Corner, I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And we're so excited that you're here on a not Tuesday.
Ah! That's scary.
You never know. Like it's
This is not a sign of things to come.
no.
We're going back to Tuesday.
This is a one-time thing. We had the Disneyland After Dark event on Tuesday night, and so that was not happening. And then on Wednesday, there was just nothing happening. Like it was recovery.
We've only been back in California for a week.
I just think Tuesday was a lot, and
Tuesday was a lot.
So we did not make it last night. So Thursday night, was great, right? Everybody loves that. So this week has been an insanely busy week in the world of Disney news and beyond. And I think before we get into any of that, is 1 month from tomorrow is CHOC. and that means we've got one more month to build the team bigger, to raise more money for the Children's Hospital of Orange County, and for you to go for a walk with us on the 21st of July, bright and early in the morning, through Disneyland and Disney California Adventure for a wonderful 5K that raises money to support the children that go to the Children's Hospital of Orange County.
And the best part of this 5K is it is not a run. It is a walk.
I was like, what is the best part?
I mean, you're also raising money, making a difference, all those great things.
Very important.
But you're not running.
Yes.
And when a lot of people hear 5K, they're like, oh, I'm running. No, running is discouraged. Please don't run.
You're walking, you're taking pictures with Disney characters, you're seeing random entertainment groups. Mm-hmm. You're getting to see different parts of the parks that you may not always see when they're open. Like sometimes we go places that aren't open traditionally. So it's very fun. And it's very much making a difference for the Children's of Orange County. And it's made millions of dollars through the years, which is very cool. So we hope you'll join us. We hope you'll go to chocwalk.org/Daps Magic. And if you can't walk on the day, that's fine. Just join the team they call it a sleeping bear. You're part of the team. You walk virtually with us, I guess. You don't even have to walk. You're part of the team, but you don't show up. Mm-hmm. Also, if you raise $350 in the next, I think 30 days, 29 days, something like that, you do get a ticket to Disneyland for the day of CHOC Walk.
It's pretty exciting.
And that includes the reservation, which I think is very cool also. So you can just hang out after CHOC Walk and enjoy the day in the parks.
Yeah.
But go to chocwalk.org/Daps Magic. Join our team today. If you can't join it, be a sleeping bear. If you can't be a sleeping bear or don't want to, just support somebody in the team. Help them raise more money for CHOC, because this is a very important event. And having known friends that have had kids in CHOC, this really does make a huge difference, because they don't get charged for their kids going to this hospital. And it's scary enough to have your kid in the hospital. The least we can do is help make that a better experience for them. And Disney does a fantastic job with that, and we get to be part of that. All right. Should we move into all of the news of the week? First off, we now know Haunted Mansion is returning in August on the 23rd, and there will be a virtual queue.
But not just Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion Holiday.
Yeah.
That is true. I would love, in my perfect world, Disney, if you're listening, Haunted Mansion stays through October 31st. Closes October 31st.
November 1st.
Or November 1st. Quick turnaround. And then reopens as Haunted Mansion Holiday with the holidays or holiday time, whatever they call it now, at the Disneyland Resort. Stays open as the holiday version through spring break. So that 6 month goes from November, 12th through April? Is that like April-ish?
Sure.
Yeah. And I just think that would be amazing, because I feel like the spring break kids really would love the Jack Skellington version of Haunted Mansion. Mm-hmm. Christmas obviously should have that version. And then I could have my lifelong dream, well, at least for the last 20 something years, of being able to go on the traditional Haunted Mansion for Halloween. Thoughts?
Yeah,
Do you like this idea?
To me, that's a miss. My
idea is a miss?
No. It's a miss that it's not open on Halloween, like traditional. This year is actually different, because at least we have any Haunted Mansion.
That's true.
Typically, we don't have any Haunted Mansion on Halloween, which is a miss in and of itself. Like,
What do you mean no Haunted Mansion at all?
Normally it's closed on Halloween on October 31st for the... No?
No, it's open on 31st.
Really?
Yeah, it's been open forever.
Oh, I thought it opened November whatever.
No, Haunted Mansion traditionally holiday opens with Halloween time. Usually it's a little closer to September. This year it's the 23rd of August.
Still don't love it. My controversial take,
Oh, okay.
and people don't like when I say this, so
I'm listening.
get your pitchforks ready.
I'm listening.
I don't think anybody needs Haunted Mansion holiday at all.
Oh, you don't want it at all?
No.
Okay.
I just want Haunted Mansion.
So you want Jack Skellington to instead
If Florida
be in
can...
Small World?
No! If Florida can do it, so can we. We don't need Haunted Mansion holiday, in my humble opinion. And if we need Haunted Mansion holiday, we don't need to run it for 6 months.
And I would like to see Madame Leota's curio shop or whatever this is going to be at the exit whenever it opens carry Gingerbread Bailey. I agree with you completely. We will keep wishing for that and praying. I've been dropping hints all over the people that I know at the Disneyland Resort.
Josh tomorrow.
I'm hoping... I haven't gotten that high yet, but you know, I've gotten...
I have him on the phone right now. Did you want to...
I'm working my way up there.
Did you want to say something?
Gingerbread.
Oh, okay. He got that. Don't worry, Gingerbread. But it is coming back with the virtual queue. That is something that we did not say. So...
Yes. So it is coming back with a virtual queue, which means all of that. You'll get to show up when you're supposed to go on the attraction, which means I think that the regular queue will not be ready yet.
There is something very funny to me about, like, remember the really intense 7 a.m. pods for Rise of the Resistance?
Oh, I hope it's not that.
No, no, I'm imagining the people like, yeah, I got it.
I mean, it does stress me out a little bit about August 23rd trying
it's
to
gonna
get video. Because we usually try to get first day video, and that could be a challenge because usually I just show up right as the park opens, I'll walk on and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
So we will see how that plays out because I would not be surprised at all if the press event's the next week.
But imagine, if you go, will all indulge me for a second. I'll do this quickly because we have a lot to cover. Imagine Walter Elias Disney. He is thinking of this great attraction with Roland Crump. And he says, you know, in the future, someday, there's going to be an overlay of something we currently don't own. I don't think they even own Nightmare Before Christmas still. They own licensing rights. We don't own it. People will get on a computer on their phones in order to get on this attraction.
Mm-hmm.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Walt and Rolly having that conversation.
It'd be weird.
I think it'd be hilarious.
I think it'd be very weird. All right, let's keep moving on. So we also learned today that Magic Key holders will be getting first access to tickets for Oogie Boogie Bash, which begins on August 25th. Never thought I would say that. And yeah, so we can start buying tickets on Tuesday as Inspire Magic Key holders.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else can start the next day. And then, or every other Magic Key holder can start the next day. And then after that is general public,
mm-hmm.
which I actually think is a little bit fair. What do you think of this? Like Magic Key, like the part I don't like is I don't like the tiered system.
Yeah.
Because I kind of do like the whole like, oh, everybody's in this together, whatever. But I also like the fact that I feel like when you split it up like that, it doesn't quite get as overwhelming for the system. Just when they've done this before.
I think that it has been working the past couple events that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
We personally have seen a benefit to this. I can't say that everyone has benefited from this because I know some people have still struggled with getting tickets. But we personally, so we are Inspire key holders. Right? Is that the one we have?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anymore. There's so many ones. We are Inspire key holders, so we do get access to this pre-sale. I think it alleviates some of the pressure of the bottleneck
mm-hmm.
on ticket sales.
It also seemed the last time they did it that I didn't see people going, oh, I couldn't get through. Oh, I waited for 20 hours or whatever it is, you know, like forever. It seemed like people were able to get tickets and not wait as long.
hmm
And even at the general level, and I was like, I'm more prone to like that just because of the stress level going down for everybody. I don't love the like, oh, you paid more for your pass, you're getting first in the line, which if you're going to pick a way to do it, that's kind of the way to do it. But I just don't think that's the way Walt envisioned it, because he really did want something that everybody could show up to.
He wanted the
but
people to go on the computer in their pocket.
on the practical side, I recognize Disney's a business.
Yeah.
You have to make it work some way. And the demand is still ridiculously outpacing the supply.
Also, extremely lovingly,
Mhm.
I know a lot of people that have said, why can't they just get their technology in order? That is a very great sentence that sounds very easy, but it's really complicated, especially for programming something like this. It's not the same for every single event. The possibility is there, but it takes things like this to fine tune that.
And you
So-
get one time every couple of months to learn the lessons from the previous time. And they
Yes.
are like, they're doing a much
They
better
are.
job. They haven't nailed everything, but they're always moving forward. And I feel like they are getting better.
It's true.
Oogie Boogie Bash, though, is one of the most popular, and it's justifiably the one of the most popular events at the Disneyland Resort. That's an after hours event. It has incredible characters every year. The entertainment's great. You always have that one villain that's just like, oh, this is the new Disney villain
Mhm.
that we didn't see coming.
Which I still have no guesses for what this year could be.
Every year it's like that. We had no clue last year.
Like,
and
who would have pulled Judge Doom out?
nobody.
Well,
it's
I mean,
like-
maybe Roger.
So like, if we're going, yeah, he might have.
Yeah.
But like, then it could be like the guy from Rescuers 2 at this point. Like, we're kind of
Radigan.
Radigan. Well, we've seen Radigan before, though.
Have we?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, I think he's done
Live action Radigan.
Oh, just go to the Jungle Cruise. You never know. No, I'm curious what villain you would like. McLeach. Thank you, Clocky. I couldn't remember his name. But like, I feel like at this point, it could literally be anybody. Like, it could be McLeach. It could be like, I'm trying to think of who's the villains we haven't seen before. That
Who's the villain from Bolt? That guy.
right. But it's very interesting to see as they really pull some rabbits out of the hat, and
Which
and
live action Remy, which to Itzy, that is the villain of Ratatouille.
but that's to talk from a few weeks ago. That's why Pete Doctor's like, they don't really want to do.
What's the food critic's name?
Is he really a villain though?
No, he's not a villain.
Yeah,
You could argue a lot of people aren't villains.
true. Bowler hat guy, we've seen it. Was that
Real life bowler hat guy.
True. And they did tease there's gonna be new villains coming this year. I think we've seen. Oh no, we haven't seen Madame Medusa. That one actually is a good one.
Anton Ego.
Yeah.
I could come up with Ego, but I couldn't come up with the first part. I want him to walk around with a bowl of Ratatouille.
And a notepad. Like,
How
and
does
a
he hold
pencil.
both?
Yeah,
How
like
does he do that?
yes.
Hi,
Hi, Ivy. We were just talking about CHOC Walk. It's going to be great. All right, let's talk about Mickey and Minnie Mouse. They have their new Halloween time costumes, which
Yeah.
has been a new routine that happens at Halloween time and during the holidays. And Clayton, yeah, good one. What do you think of the new costumes this year?
They're cute, honestly.
They're always cute. That's the problem.
Yeah, and I kind of touched on this before the
Clayton's a
show.
very good poll.
They're starting to blend together for me. So they're starting to, I don't want to say they're all starting to look the same because they're not. I know that there's a difference, but I look at them and I'm like purple, orange, green.
You kind of almost wish they were there for a couple of years so you get used to them, and then they switch them.
Yeah,
So you're like, oh, I need to get the
100%.
new one. But I think they're
Um,
really cute this year.
I think they're adorable. I think Mickey has like a skeleton thing going on.
Yeah, I think it's all skeleton themed this year, actually.
Which is super duper adorable. And I think that like the problem is you could put Mickey Mouse in a trash bag and he's gonna look adorable because he's Mickey Mouse. I mean, same with Minnie, same with all of
Donald, everybody.
same
yeah.
with everybody. I am really excited to see Donald's costume because if Mickey and Minnie get a costume, I presume
And
Donald
they said
gets
they're all
one
skeleton
too.
themed, so we will see.
I want Donald to still be a pumpkin, but I want him to be a skeleton pumpkin.
Skeletor.
I'm sorry. Pumpkin Donald is one of the greatest things that the
Honestly,
Disneyland Resort has ever
it
done.
is one of the best and cutest costumes I think that any character has gotten.
Because like Pumpkin Donald is so like
Mhm.
he's a pumpkin.
Yeah,
of course he's a pumpkin.
It is a very cute costume. All right, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Halloween Screams. It's returning. Gonna light up the nights. On many nights, it will be projections. On other nights, it will be fireworks as well. What do you think of the return of Halloween Screams, Katie?
Can't we get a new show? Please, can we get a new show? I'm sorry.
I'm hoping for enhancements.
I think I've said this like 3 years in a row. This show feels so dated.
But that's where I'm like, if they enhance this show, I'd be totally fine with it.
But like, what does enhancement mean to you?
New projections on Main Street.
Okay,
USA.
sure.
Maybe also on the castle. I actually love the music. Like the music I think is
choices feel dated.
Okay.
I think
You're
the
allowed
music.
to.
Okay, I think the music choices feel dated, and I think the way the show is structured feels dated. If we start changing things and we get into a Ship of Theseus situation, and is it even the same show anymore? Like, I kind of don't believe that we can still call a Christmas fantasy a Christmas fantasy.
It's a fantasy of Christmas. It's fine.
I changed so many times.
I love the music to Halloween Screams. I think if you were to if you were to update the effects that surround the show, you could really see people be blown away. Like when it first came out and they were shooting up the everybody scream and the things went up and everybody was shocked by that and they screamed. Like, I think people love this music and Jack Skellington, and I think you can go the next level with it.
It might be a bit of a bitter Betty because this is always my birthday fireworks show. And I love Halloween. I am a Halloween girly, okay? But I don't know.
You want new?
I want something new. I'm sorry. What somebody on the internet?
I feel like it's 2011 or something. It might have been earlier. I don't know.
What? I was like, this show feels like it was like 2006.
I don't think it was that early.
Like that's what it feels like to me.
I'm sure Roger will let us know.
Please, somebody tell me.
Yeah. Anyway, it's coming back. Another one that we're very excited that's coming back is Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark.
I wish you guys could have seen
one of my favorite overlays, period.
I wish you guys could have seen me reading the order for Geeks Corner tonight, because I don't know if you guys know this. We actually do prepare for this
There's
show.
a little bit of preparation that goes into the show. 2009. I remembered it was after the 50th. But
so when I said 2006 or 2008.
You're getting close. Anyway.
Interesting.
During the order.
Anyway, I was reading the order, and I wish you guys could have seen it, because I'm reading it, and I go, okay, the Halloween costume's cool. The Halloween costumes look cute. Then I go, Halloween Screams. Ugh. Monsters After Dark. Like, I went down and I saw Monsters After Dark and I went right back up. I love Monsters After Dark because of the music. That's not even how the song goes. The song doesn't go the way that we do it.
It's funny.
It's funnier.
It's a great show.
We literally
attraction. Like, I love that version of the attraction. I probably go on Monsters After Dark more than I go on the rest. Like,
we'll randomly, and this is an insight into what our actual life looks like, is that sometimes randomly, out of nowhere, it could be the middle of April, one of us will go, Monster, and then we'll go, After Dark. It
is the bummer that CHOC Walk isn't during Halloween anymore, because how hilarious would it be if after CHOC Walk we could take our whole team and just get in line for Monsters After Dark and like get a team photo in Monsters After Dark, like take the entire elevator. That's the dream. That'd be so good.
That's the dream.
I love that. It's such a fun attraction. I don't care what it's about. Yes, I know monsters got out, we forgot Groot or whatever. Like, that's great, whatever. The music is hilarious and it's amazing and it makes zero sense.
I also love like how the cast members are all kind of disheveled. Like, they're all in their like emergency catcher costumes, and they'll all be like, They got us. It's camp.
It's fun.
It's camp. I will not make you go on it because
You don't
I
have
love
to go on
you.
it with us. It's,
There's raccoons and there's heights. I
it's-
would
it's-
not do that to you.
It's very funny though.
But-
It is so ridiculous and it's amazing, and it is my favorite version of that attraction of all time.
It's one of my favorite attraction overlays, period.
It's just great.
Monsters.
And we never go on it as much as we should, but
Every year we're like, well, because it starts at like 3.
yeah.
And so we're always like, oh, we'll go on it. And then something comes up inevitably. But monsters. After dark.
All right. Plaza de Familia is coming. De la Familia.
De la Familia.
Thank
It's
you.
fine.
Is coming back to Disney California Adventure, which means we get a musical celebration of Coco, which is one of the cutest and most beautiful shows, I think, street shows, I should say, that's at the Disneyland Resort throughout the year, every year. And I'm excited for it to return because I always feel like this area has really good food.
Mhm.
It's got some really good photo ops. I think it's always really beautiful watching them. What is it? Tree of Life, the arbor. I'm forgetting the name of it, but where you write the stuff.
Oh,
and you-
yeah.
like I think that is very special every year, and I'm looking forward to it returning.
Yeah. I love Plaza de la Familia. I love a musical celebration of Coco. I think the puppets, if you can call them that,
Mhm.
in that show are some of my favorite. But I also love something that's important to me and a lot of people that we know is being this close in Southern California to Mexico. It is representing culture for a lot of people who live in Southern California and otherwise don't get to see that represented in a theme park. And so there is the dancing, there is the music, there is the remembrance. And I think all of that comes together very beautifully. And I am very glad every time we see this return.
Yeah, I agree. And part of me is like, oh, they should just change that whole area to stay Coco all year round, because I feel like you could change Goofy's Sky School to something Coco related somehow, and like do with the, when they're on the whatever that card is thing in, I don't remember what it's called, but like I feel like there's a way you could make that
Yeah,
whole area.
There's always a way.
I feel like you can make that whole area Coco themed, but then I'm thinking through the rest of the year and I'm like, oh, they also do some really cool stuff with Lunar New Year there. And so you don't really want to go directly into that area and turn it into, like, you don't want to define it that closely, I guess is the way I would say it. And, but I do think they should somewhere. Like, I don't know if that's Epcot, and I hate to say that because I do love the Epcot Pavilion as it is, or the Mexico Pavilion as it is now in Epcot. But I do think Coco deserves some love somewhere.
I agree.
Permanent, like
Permanent.
give it a permanent home somewhere. Even if that means we lose that show to that space where it can be year round.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. All right. This week we're cruising through this. We're running out of time.
And we have more stuff.
We do have more stuff. Where is that? Where's my
Should
guy?
be right
Let's
there.
do that now. So we don't have an indie cam tonight.
Yeah. We
What
don't.
we do have, though, was inspired by our good friend Etsy, who doesn't know that we actually did this. We have Star Wars Oreos.
Star Oreos.
Star Oreos. And so we're going to find out dark side or light side. Let us know what you think
I'm hoping for dark
the
side.
Geeks Corner Oreos will be. Yes, Etsy, you posted this, and I was like, this is a bummer. And then we had to go to the store, and I was like, what we should do is we should get these. So Katie's going to open them right now because we're running out of time.
I took a photo that I was going to send to you to say you influenced us. And then he was like, do not send it to her.
Everybody's saying dark side.
I'd like it to be dark side. I'm a light side girly too. I've got the Skywalker saber, but I think the dark side Oreos are fun.
Okay, we're going to find out.
I'm scared.
All right, opening, and it is...
Light side Oreos.
It's light side. I like it because
Okay,
it's blue, and I
so
love
let's
blue.
both pick one Oreo and see
One.
who's on it.
Oh. It says Oreo.
Look at the other side.
Chewbacca.
I got Luke.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very fun. I'm going to eat this after the show because nobody
You're
wants-
that's call that a Yordio.
a Yordi. I love that. They should sell that.
I if it wasn't trademarked, guys, I would be putting "It Says Oreo" on a t-shirt. Like, if we could just clip that and post it everywhere. Mr. Daps. Like,
You're welcome. All right. On Tuesday night, because we weren't on Geeks Corner, we were at Disneyland for Disneyland After Dark Pride Night, which I think is one of the most fun events that Disneyland offers for an after-hour event through the whole year. Because they have Star Wars Night, they have Disney Channel Night, they have Sweethearts Night, and this year they had Pride Night as well. And so from 9 o'clock till 1 a.m., we were at Disneyland enjoying all of the fun offerings. And right off the top of your head, Katie, what was your favorite part of the night?
I'm so sorry. You guys are too funny. I think one of my favorite parts of the night. You can't laugh.
I can laugh. I'm just going to put these on the show. You keep talking and I'm going to.
I genuinely think that the cavalcade was one of my favorite parts of the night. The cavalcade with the show stop was really, really fun. I'm so sorry if you're listening to this in the podcast. I'm not crying. I'm just trying to stop laughing. Yeah, the cavalcade was really fun. I saw Mickey Mouse Vogue. That's not a sentence I thought I would say, but I loved it. And I also loved that they reused DCA 1.0 costumes. I see you, baby. I see you, baby girl. Okay, I saw it. And there was pageant queens inspired by Disneyland. So there was
That's great.
Queen Tomorrowland, or Miss Tomorrowland, Miss Adventureland, Miss Fantasyland, and Miss Frontierland.
It was very cute. Like, I thought they did a great job with that.
The choreography was really fun.
And the show stop was Welcome to Our Family Time, using, it looked to me like the choreography from Parade of Dreams back in the day.
So, but I'm so sorry.
With an updated version of the music.
The show stop, how did it start?
Oh, with the Walt Disney quote, too.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
To all who come to this happy place, waffles.
Boom.
Which was exactly how it started, however many years ago. 19 years ago? 19 years ago. Yeah.
I turned. This man could not see me because he was filming, but I turned and I was looking at the back of his head like I knew he could feel that I was
pretty cool.
Staring in the back of his head.
It was one of the best things I think they've done at a Disneyland After Dark in a long time.
And then we went into the show that was directly...
Well, how about you let me pick what was my favorite?
Okay.
Because that was my favorite.
Okay.
And that was was it a musical celebration of Pride?
Yeesh.
So this was it 5 people?
Yes.
That were singing, and they replaced the muses. Last year they had muses that came out and took pictures, and they're fine. Like, they look cool, but they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But this year they had an amazing ensemble, and there were faces that you'd probably recognize if you've been around the parks for any extended period of time. And they did music from Hercules at the beginning and the end. But the real highlight was they did the trio from a little show back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm trying to remember.
We do have footage of.
Called Animazement. It was the Animazement trio that they have kind of replicated and played with in different ways through the years. But this one actually went back and they did basically what was on the Fantasyland Theater stage when Animazement was being presented back in the day. And it was very well done, and it was very fun. And I was really impressed with, like, that to me was what I would have been happy to see that twice.
Well, and what was very funny about that medley, yes, chance to shine, got a shout out, Miss Frontierland and Miss Tomorrowland. The costumes were reused. I was staring at it and I was like, I know those costumes from somewhere. And then the next day, people were talking about it and all clicked. I was like, of course it was Chance to Shine. So that medley starts with Just Around the River Bend, which
Welcome to Geeks Corner Plus. We're going to keep going.
Welcome to Geeks Corner Plus.
If you have anything you'd like us to respond to, or questions you'd like to ask,
or if you'd like us to pull a second Oreo,
keep going.
I was expecting it to go to, because of my generation of Disney pass holder or Disney parks fan or whatever, I was expecting it to go into Reflection from Mulan, because Mickey and the Magical Map.
Mickey and the Magical Map era.
And also I'm Mickey and the Magical Map era. And also, like, Reflection was, for obvious reasons, I think that is a great pride anthem for a Disney song. Like, when will my reflection show who I am inside? I think it's beautiful. And then they did not hit me with Reflection. And again, staring at the back of this man's head, like, are they doing an amazement? So I texted the only person I could think that would actually know Animazement, Jenny. And I was like, Jenny, I think they're doing Animazement right now. Which, yes, they were doing Animazement. It was amazing.
It was fantastic, and they had great characters throughout the night. The fireworks were a lot of fun. But most importantly, actually, is for everything that Disney offered, great.
Yeah.
The best thing was all the people that were there. It is the nicest group of people and the happiest group of people you're going to find at any Disneyland After Dark.
Yeah.
There's nobody fighting over lines. There's nobody pushing their way through. Like, and we were in places that were very busy and packed, and it was really nice to just have people looking out for each other and celebrating each other and complimenting each other's outfits or vests or hats or bow ties or dresses or whatever they might be. And it just was one of those moments where you're like, oh, we can have large groups together.
Well,
and it really was fun.
One of the things that I loved most about the event, and I saw it a lot more this year than I did last year, was the amount of people that were there clearly supporting a family member, clearly supporting a child. And they would have shirts that would be like, oh, free mom support, or like free dad hugs or whatever. And just to see this family environment of people celebrating their children and also being willing to welcome in other people and make them feel cared for. I was like, this is what Disneyland is supposed to be about. And to just see it on that large of a scale.
Not to be on a soapbox, but the opening line is, to all who come to this happy place, welcome. It does not make any delineations. All right. We have been asked to pull one more Oreo. So one more Oreo it will be. That's the one I already pulled.
No, this is mine that I already pulled.
So I'm pulling another one. I did pull the Oreo side up. I won't do that again.
I got Chewbacca.
I can only get them. I got is it Mace Windu, maybe? Do you think that's Mace Windu?
I think that's Mace Windu.
I think it's Mace Windu. I don't actually know. Is he in there? It looks like it's Mace Windu. I don't know. I'm gonna say I got Mace Windu.
The Oreo's not purple. We don't know.
Yeah, the Oreo's wrong, Bob. Not quite, but you know, that's okay. Anyway. Oh, there isn't a Mace Windu in there. It's E. Thank you.
There's another Luke. There's a lot of Luke and
You're
Chewbacca.
Cheating. You can't do that. You have to keep it.
Another Han Solo.
All right. Well, I think we're running out of time. Katie, what should people do?
You should go to dapsmagic.com. I am so sorry. I have been up since 3 a.m. You should go to dapsmagic.com. Check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. Subscribe to our mailing list. Find our Patreon, where we were showing a lot of very fun lumberjack photos in our pre-show,
which will go up to the Patreon tonight. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see all of our Disneyland After Dark videos. We've got some Disneyland band videos coming up in the next couple days. I think some other ones I can't remember off the top of my head, but we have a lot of stuff coming up on the YouTube channel that's going to be a lot of fun. And apparently Halloween stuff's coming sooner than we would ever expect. Yeah, 2 months, less than that, a month and a half. But yeah, so that is all the time we have for you this week. We will see you around the corner.
Bye.